Hi guys. Today I'm going to talk about some things I wish I knew before starting playing. And this is mostly to try to tell you about things like the game settings that I wish I had tuned up before. Because it helped me a lot once I knew how to tune my game, right? So first of all, if you want to help your game run smoother, normally you would have players at some or all. If you select few, it will allow you to have a clearer view of the map. Also, this option about the recruit animation, if you turn it off, it will help you reduce the time you spend opening packs and opening like heroes, because this is time consuming, especially if you want to just breeze through the game. Auto route, I will tell you to just leave it on because it will help you do quests in a faster way. Um, Tracking, I just use joystick only. You can use an extra button, but I use joystick only, is like the best for me. Music, I prefer to have a low volume unless I'm having like I'm going through the story, because the voiceovers are nice, but besides that, it's just distracting sometimes. And about this, I would say just leave everything on here, because sometimes you need to get your rewards and stuff on. Um, I'm not sure. The camera, I use it far. Some of you may have a little bit of lag if you set it far. Try it medium or close. This is the best for me because it helps me check the paths when I'm playing story mode. And don't forget to pick anything that's around the map, some things that glow. Um, After this, I am playing in PC, so you will have this option here as a portrait, landscape, or full screen. If not, in the cell phone, you have different options. I just leave the default one. Uh, Performance mode, I run it in optimal. You can choose balance to have a better experience, and here you can cap it to unlimited if you're playing on PC. Quality, I mean, this is up to you, your preference, so I'm not going to go into much of this. If you want to get a better results in your phone or PC or whatever, you can turn this off. This will free some resources, and it's not really important. This is just because I'm trying to give you the best quality of video here, but you can turn this low if you want. Now, the important part is here. You should always have your HP bar displayed, because this will allow you to take decisions that are crucial in the battle. So if you want to use manual AFK levels, you have to have this on, because this way you can decide when to use some spells, or when to like do something in your AFK levels. Also, this is my preference. I set it to never. Before I had it at random, but since now I am doing some content and stuff, it kind of gets in the way. But never, it's fine for me now. If I want to see a new hero animation, I'll just go for random. The trophy drop, I'm not really sure what that changes. I'll just leave it on for most of the time. And here, this is a requirement in order to do manual levels. You have to only select heroes, and I will explain why later. The combat text, you can have it as on off, or you can select how do you want to go for it. I would select custom. This is the best. Damage, you can either have high damage or always. This is up to you. If you want to keep track of like manual AFK levels, it's better to have it always. Same as healing, because you may not know when your heroes are getting healed properly. Like in the level, sometimes if you select manual and you select one of the heroes and you let the healers roam free, sometimes they don't do the best healing, and this will let you know. So this is a nice option. Battle log, I have it off now. Before it was a requirement, but I mean, you can have it off here. And these three, I have them on. You don't really need to have this on. I'm just leaving them because I am trying to do some testing in AFK modes and arena modes and that stuff. But you don't really need them if you're not going to be really focused on that. Shortcuts, I think this is not needed for mobile version. And in here, I'll just try to tell you, you should always go look for codes and enter them here. This is something I didn't know when I started. There are so many codes that the company Lilith and well, like AFK Journey is releasing from time to time, and it's just free stuff that you can redeem here. There's also another option in the mobile games. Instead of book report, there's an option here that lets you claim rewards for just logging in. Pretty much, if you just log in every day, you will start getting some rewards. And after that, you can just link your devices for some crystals. So this is like the first part of what I would like to know before, because sometimes when you install the game, I think it's pretty much like this, all heroes and some other stuffs like turned on, and this is like the things that you will need for out like manual AFK modes. So this is like the first part. Then I'll start going through each of these parts. So for instance, in here you will just have your profile, and in your profile you can change your avatar, your frame, your title, and this is mostly cosmetic. But if you go to your fashion, you'll start unlocking more and more customs to change the appearance of your avatar. This is not super important, but I mean, since this is the avatar that's going to walk through the story, this one applies the change to the actual cutscenes. So having this in the way you want it, it's also kind of important if you appreciate like how your avatar looks during the cutscenes. There's nothing much here. It's pretty much how you want this squad to walk with you in the map. I'll show how these are going with me. The photo booth, you can select any hero to just be with you. You can select the poses and whatever. You can change backgrounds or anything you want. This is mostly cosmetic. And finally, settings we already went through. Okay, so I'll just show you. When you walk in some place that you can have your squad following you, you will have those 4 heroes running behind you. So I'll go now to AFK section, something that I wish I knew before. Let me just do a quick change here. Regarding heroes, 1 second. Here we're going to do the hero window now, and this is for the resonating hole. There are a lot of things here that you may not know when you start the game, and it becomes overwhelming because you just start and you don't know how you're going to progress, which heroes are important, how are you going to keep them like in the correct level, and all that kind of stuff. So first of all, your power is going to be shown here above. This is the sum of all of your heroes pretty much. So if you start leveling them up, each time you level one of them, either in here in the X weapon or in the Paragon, or like each of the tiers, you'll start getting more power. The resonance level, it's capped. Once you reach 60, you stop getting more power. The only things that you get after 60 is diamonds. You get 300 diamonds after some levels before you start getting 100, and it starts growing. So the more heroes you unlock above Supreme Plus, the higher you can obtain diamonds in here. This goes for everyone. and all your additional books for the basic story can be turned into dust, and this dust can be turned into levels that will give you diamonds. After that, you have the faction talents. This section is new from the last season. Each faction talent requires you to get currency that's listed here. I'll do a reset so you can check. Okay, let me just go through here. You can do a full reset if you want to reset levels 1 to 10 and 10 to 20, or if you just want to reset the second, you can just click here and reset the second stage. This way you don't have to place all these points again, because I know this is time consuming, so you can just click there and select second stage. Once you do that, you clear like the selections from the second part of the tree, and the first part of the tree, if you see now, it's completely full. So after some time during the season, you will start acquiring these points here that can be used to get some skill improvements in your factions. So there are 5 factions for now. It's like Beater, Wilder, Mauler, Graveborn, and finally this is a combined one, is Celestial and Hypogean. The way to acquire these points is by doing AFK level pushing. If you see, there's one here, and then there's one here. There's one every 10 levels, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe when the chain of this level starts, it's every 5 or something. But after some time, it's every 10 levels. I'll explain how to push this far, because also some people tell me how to push AFK. So I'll just go through that later. For now, I'll explain the faction talents and which talents, in my opinion, are the best to level for now. So after you start pushing, you will start getting all your first 10 levels of the 5 trees complete. And that's the point when, before you reach season resonance 800, you will have to fill all these trees, the 5 ones. So if you want to focus on pushing AFK levels, I would suggest to get this one first, which is the Wilder. This is going to help us get the second tile for the talent buff, and during these improvements you will get more haste, more health, increase in time of concealment, also an increase in the damage dealt by attacks that are not ultimates, and you can read here what it provides. The way you have to increase these points, I mean, by this time you will have at least 2 or 3 full trees. But if you don't have enough points, my suggestion is always go for the attack one first. So let's continue with full Wilder here. At this point, once you get the final one, you get these 2 tiles with the buff, where in Wilders the 2 tiles will get your heroes concealed for 9 seconds and you will deal a little bit more damage. After that, if you still want to keep pushing, the second best talent to push is Mauler. You can just do the same. You can get your points here. Same, if you don't have enough, go for the damage first. After you completed this one, it's up to you if you want to check the increase in hit on energy on hit, sorry, or more HP. I usually go for more energy on hit. And finally, you'll get the 2 tiles and Mauler. This will look like this. So remember, most of the tiles are on the back, Mauler ones are on the front. So this is always going to be a difference in either PvP or AFK pushing, because depending on which kind of level you're going to push or you're going to defend with Supreme Arena talents, for instance, you are going to have different talent tiles. So keep this into consideration if you're going to fight against a Rainier. If Rainier is placed in the back, he will cover these 5 tiles, right? So a Mauler team is pretty much safe here. If Rainier is going against Mauler, they should put it either on the front, which is super dangerous, or here. And this is still kind of dangerous, so they will pretty much just use Rainier versus the other ones, not versus Maulers. So this is also a tip: if you go against a Rainier, you can use Maulers for kind of don't get caught in your talents versus talent tiles versus talent tiles. After these two, there's up to you what you want to do. People now are going to start using Graveborn nukes, because if you read the talents here, you'll steal some HP from the enemy heroes. So if you have 2 of these, you'll steal, I think it's twice, and you can just nuke 1 or 2 heroes with super quickly. So people are going for Graveborn. In my case, I'm going first for Celestial Hypogean, because this is the 3rd talent tree that you are going to use for pushing. In some levels, you need 3 Celestial or Hypogeans, including twins, to push levels. If you don't have twins in your roster, if you don't went for twins this season, I recommend you going for either Graveborn or Lightbeater. Okay, after you have completed these, your talents are going to look like this, same as Wilders. And for the final one, I am still deciding. I was going for Lightbeaters before, because some levels use them. But honestly, after seeing how effective these ones are, I'll just go for Graveborn first, because it's going to pretty much be used a lot in Supreme Arena now. And I also want to see if there's a real difference between using 1 or 2 Graveborn tiles. So let's see. Here it says it's going to be 51%. 12% stolen, and if it's defeated you get some shield, so this looks a little bit different. It's more, I'm not sure if it's going to be both prime carriers, because now we have both, so we'll have to test it in some arena or something. And finally, I'm just going to get some points here. So once I get this one, I'm not sure if this guy who falls from the sky becomes stronger or what's going to happen, but I mean, I'll see once I get those. Once you do that change, the next thing you have is your heroes, but I'll just go first for the level up, the artifacts and equipment. When I first started, I was using a strategy that if you have one of your heroes leveled 10 levels over the other, you can have an easier pushing in AFK levels. This is because you can pretty much use one hero as a carry with 10 levels above the rest. So if your damage dealer is, for instance, Smokey or Odie, you can set him in the first position and he will deal way more damage than the average level, so you will push farther. But this season what I'm trying to do is just go for same level everywhere, and this has a reason. So if you see in Supreme Arena, in Supreme, you can see here that your level is going to be calculated based on your baseline level, and this baseline is going to be the average of your heroes, like sorry, not the average, the lowest of your heroes. So if you use the trick that I mentioned of having one hero at maybe 741, but the lowest is 721, my baseline would be 721. So I had to make this change in this account to try and have a better positioning in Supreme. I haven't done the formation, so I'll just make it as part of this video as well. Next thing as important here, when you start increasing levels of your heroes, you can see that whenever you increase one level, it will show you the increase in the stats, right? So for levels from 1 to 10, the increase is pretty much linear. You get the same bonus if you increase 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever levels. But from 10 to 11, so the first level, you get like 3 times the bonus. From, let's say, 30 to 31, you get 3 times the bonus. And that's also because when you try to increase those levels, you will not only use experience books, you will also use dust, like season dust or whatever. So it's better to try and have your heroes at the last number as a 1 than all your heroes in the 0. This is in case you are not doing this with the level up all. In case you're doing them one by one, try to, if you're going to go to the next level, like for instance you're going to go for 740, try to go for 741 in each of them, so you get additional stats on them. I think that's important there. Besides that, equipment wise, some people ask me how to just get the best equipment for your heroes and how to level it. So there's a guide that you can check on I think is AFK Analytica or something, where they tell you that each of your heroes will use these items and which item is more important for them. For instance, if you go through here and you select marksman, I remember that the most important item here was the weapon, and it goes like from here to the right in order of importance. But if you go through maybe tank, kind of the most important ones were the ones on the right and then through the left. So if you check that guide, I mean, that will tell you the order you can choose to upgrade. At some point when you don't have enough resources, it kind of matters what you increase first, because if you just use your resources every single level, you will end up with no resources. So my advice here, what I do at least, is if you see I am 730 now. So my equipment, the level that I did the last update for everything, it's 720. So I try to save at least every 20 levels to do an update. So for instance, now I have these 2 that I opened from some packs and they are above 720. But if I wanted to update here, it would cost me 31 pieces per each. And I mean, I still have enough, but the point is, at some point when you don't have enough resources here, you can save in this way, because if you do this for 31 and the next one, you're going to pretty much lose this currency, because when you sell, when you recycle an item from this level, you only get 18. Well, 6, sorry, because I sold 3. You get 18. So let me show again. You get 6 out of 31. So you lose 25 if you keep increasing each level. So by the time you end up at 80, sorry, 800 is the highest level, you may not have enough currency to make the full upgrades of your items. So my advice is, first go for marksman, second probably tanks, third supports, and then the rest it's depending if you need them or not. In my case, I will stop increasing because I just do that for show now, but I will wait for 740 to do the full increase on all my equipment, right? For now, I'll just leave it like that. Um, After 800, every single time you get an item, it will become gold. So you don't have to worry much when you are near 800. You can just start increasing everything. Those increases help you clear AFK levels easily. So if, for instance, your team is dying like super often, you can just increase this one because if you see it changes a little bit the stats of your tanks, and this may be just the boost that you need to clear 1 or 2 levels because this adds up, right? It's not just this one, but all the levels that are here increasing. Um, After equipment, you have artifacts. For artifacts, you have different currencies. These shards are the ones used for level over 20, I think. And for new artifacts, you use currencies from 0 to 10, it's gold. From 10 to 20, it's the same currency. 10 to 15, I think it's a different currency. 15 to 20 is a different. And now we're using this one for Oblivion shards, I think they're called, for 20 above. My suggestion, if you don't have enough here because you don't have your towers pushed super high, you can prioritize artifacts. This one, Harmonic, is one of the most important. Blade Summon is also important. Surging, Frostfall. Some people use Overcharge, not many people use that. And finally, Storm Strike. These are the most important ones. You can leave Snowman, Vanishing, and Sanctum. These aren't so used either in AFK pushing nor Supreme Arena. So you can prioritize in the others. And once we have covered that, this section is new. You can add formations that you can use everywhere. Like if you start doing some AFK pushing, you can add formations here. You can have single teams, double teams, triple teams, and 5 teams. I'm not sure if this is going to be used for Clash Friends. You can use ID to add, or you can do manual. You can share this with your guild, so that's important. And finally, I'm going to talk about the heroes, how to level them. I'm not going to do like a tier list, just going to go like super quickly over them. And my recommendations for what to get. So if you check the filter, you can see the 4 factions and Celestials and Hypogeans. First of all, when you start the game, you are not going to have that many strong heroes. So you are going to have maybe 2 or 3 S level heroes, like the others are going to be A level. The way to increase them changes. For A level, you need to get more copies of the same hero to level them. This is S level, so it's from Supreme Plus to Paragon, it's just 6 copies. But if you see, for instance, this hero, from Supreme Plus to Paragon, it's 45 copies. So that's going to be different. And that depends on which heroes you're going to try to focus on. Each faction has some heroes that are better than others, like for AFK or PvP. In this case, I'll just name some of them. So Bala, which is also a light beater, is really used for PvP, not so much for PvE, unless you use her in towers. So you can skip her for maybe at least half your gameplay. Myrael is kind of never used, sadly, so you can skip her like 100%. Demetia is used a lot in the PvE content, so you kind of need her at least at Mythic Plus to start using her skills. Same case with Cassidy. You use her a lot in PvE content. Luca is not really used, so you can have him kind of with the copies that you can spare, but you don't have to focus on him. Sonya is now one of the most used heroes in Dream Realm, so you kind of need at least Supreme Plus for her. X weapon, I'm not going to go into detail. If you see, most of the heroes I have are at least 2 stars. That's my that's the way I play. So every hero that I am going to get above Supreme, above Supreme, I'll just 2-star him. If I need a hero for either PvP or PvE, I'll at least 3-star him. And if I use him a lot, he will go all the way to 6 stars or 5 stars depending, because the 6 stars are hard to get. Not once you start getting a lot of 6 stars, like it's hard to get 500 red essence. Sinbad is used a lot in, well, it was used a lot in Dream Realm. Now it's starting to just getting changed for Resto and Talene and Harak and that kind of heroes, because it's endless mode. But before he was used, I'm not sure if he's going to be used in the remainder of the season. So I wouldn't suggest going for him. Sonya, yes. Luca, not so much. Sinbad, maybe just M+. Rowan is used everywhere in PvE, so get him at least to Supreme. Yeah, Supreme or Supreme Plus. And if you can, try to get this either either +5 to get us a super health potion with a little more buff, or +10 to get more super health potions, because this kind of helps during some levels. Hewing is used a lot in PvE, in AFK pushing, so try to get him at least to Supreme Plus. I have accounts where he is not even M+, and it's a pain to push without him. Marley is no longer used, so you can just keep her. Same as Corin, he was used in the past, not so much. Lucius is used sometimes, so you can have him at least M+ or Supreme. This guy, Walker. So Walker, sometimes you use him for towers, so it's a nice way to push towers or push like duress trials. So maybe get him at least to M+. I wouldn't recommend going all the way to Supreme because it's not really used. Atlanta, it's the same. She's not used only on duress trials or towers. Same as Balin. So out of all the heroes here, well, and this girl, I don't even use her, Faye. Out of all these, I would just say go for Sonya, Temesha, Bala, Rowan, Hewin, and Cass. That's pretty much all you need from light beaters. I'll go quickly with Wilders. Wilders, you have Lenia is used a lot in some like, she's a really good carry, so you can get her increased. Lily May is a must for pretty much all the content. Aaron is a must in all the content. Tassie is no longer used as much as before. She can be swapped for some other hero, but some people love her, so you can get her. Hewin is one of the best healers in the game, same as Damien, so get them both. Sorry. Arden was used a lot before, not so much now, so you can either get him or like get other heroes. Brian is used as a counter to Lily May, so you can like one copy him pretty much. Laika is used mostly to support Diurnal, same as Parisa, so these two you don't really need them. Flora is used in some levels, so try to get her. Granny is kind of not used. And Ulmus is used in the combo with Aaron, so you kind of need him if you want to play Aaron Ulmus combo. And this guy, I have not used him pretty much ever, so that's up to you. I see people using him. Honestly, I skipped him altogether, so that's up to you. Uh, Maulers, I think Shakir is like a must. Odie and Coco, uh, I mean, pretty much the top row are a must. Shakir, Odie, Coco, Smokey, Mikola. Probably Brutus, you don't need him at Supreme Plus, but you are going to use him a lot in PvE levels. Alsa is really used a lot also in some Supreme levels. In some AFK levels or Supreme Arena. Um, Satrana became a thing when Bonnie came out, so she's used now. This guy was used in some levels for Dream Realm. You're going to use him every season in the first stages of Dream Realm, so try to get some copies. Set is not really that much useful in anything because he dies super quickly. If he doesn't die in the first minutes of in the first seconds of the fight, he becomes a killing machine. But that's kind of hard. Lumont is used in some levels, but with all the heroes that came out, Lumont pretty much lost his spot. Same as Antandra. She was used a lot before because it was one of the only tanks that you had here. But now, by combining factions and pretty much using Brutus, you can skip her. Finally, this dude, you never use him anywhere. I mean, people love him, but Soren is just not good. And Reese is used in some levels, not that much, but it's up to you. The ones that you really need are the top five, and after that, pretty much the next three are kind of not necessary, but nice to have. From the Graveborn, I would say Bunny is the first one that you have to max. She's pretty much now used in PvP to win versus anything. She can win your matches versus pretty much anything. Um, Ludovic is like the best healer Graveborn have. Compared to Nero is insane. Um, I'm not sure if Sylvina is needed. I would say no. Same as Hodgkin is used in some levels for Duras trials and that kind of stuff, so you may need him. Thoran is pretty much your oldest tank and the best tank that there was before. It's kind of still good, but with all the amount of healing that we now have, it's hard that he kills like 3 or 4 heroes like he did before. Nara is really not necessary. Nero is not necessary. Viperian, you can use him if you have like if you don't have enough heroes for like your defense. He was pretty good with Cisia and Thorin, but now there are better options. Salazar is really not that used. Carolina was used a lot, not anymore. There are way better options. Even Bonnie is better option than Carolina with Aaron. This one is kind of hard to know. Balka was good for a while, but I'm not sure if she's going to remain like super good or not. Same as Kalan. Kalan, they are saying that it's a beast in PvP. Honestly, I have not tested him. I think he has potential, but I'm not sure. I will have to do some testing with him. Cisia is just there. She's useful in some levels in AFK pushing, not so much for PvE. And finally, this guy is kind of the best tank or it gets you time. Like Igor just roams around and gets you a lot of time. So if you want a stall comp, he's kind of one of the guys to go for. And finally, if we go for Celestial Hypogeans, the order that I would recommend going, first, always go for Fresto. He's used everywhere. If you have a S plus for Esto with at least plus 10, you can change the outcome of a PvP battle versus S 2 stars or S 3 stars for Esto. I mean, it's huge. I can show you in different accounts where I don't have him S plus with at least 3 stars. I can't get above top 20. I just can't keep top 20. And accounts where I have him at least S plus with 4 stars, I was able to keep at least top 5. So that's a huge difference. Second one, I would go for maybe Rainier if you're going to do Dream Realm. Only to M plus, don't get him to S plus, only M plus. And that's because he has a buff that helps you lower the defense of the boss and increase your attack for one hero. So he's used pretty much even sometimes before Endless. He was also good in PvP, so you can also use him there. Who else? Maybe the next one I would go for it's Talene. Talene is used a lot in PvE and also in PvP. She's a good hero. After her, it's kind of hard. Maybe Harak, because Harak is used in PvE and PvP. And once you have those, I would say from the Celestials, the latest one that I would get would be Diurnal, followed by Dawnlinger, and then Scarlita. Maybe even twins are tied with Scarlita or Dawnlinger, but Scarlita used to be super PvP defining. Now it's not so much. Now Bonnie is PvP defining, I think. And regarding the Hypogeans, it's just Fresto, then Rainier, and last one would be Burial, because he's not really used in any mode. Harak is used everywhere, but you also can do without Harak if you don't want to be like top 5, top 10. So those would be my recommendations from here. And finally, and this is a secret tip that I am doing every single day, if you go to your mystical house and you select the dream store, I will just add something here for people to know this. In the hero window, I'm going to add another little tip, and this is going to be for yellow essence. Or well, let me just get the correct name because it's not called yellow essence, it's called temporal shard. So let's do this one. If you see this temporal essence here, tells us that we can buy 10 of these and transform it into a regular temporal essence, right? So we would have to buy 3 per day in here until we get 10, and once we have 10, we can convert it into one of the others, right? If you do the math here, 10 of these is 500, right? 500 dream fragments. But if you buy these in here that are supposed to be just for the heroes marked in here, there's something you can do with your heroes. Let me show you. Check, I forgot to just check. It's Arden, Marley, and Salazar. So if we go this way, you can see I bought Arden, Marley, and Salazar. The thing here, for this to work, you have to get your hero at least level 6 in your X weapon. So that's a little investment because you have to use this essence in order to get your hero to 6, right? If you see, I have 3 of them, but I can't convert them until I get to 6. I'll see you what happens when you get to 6. Once you have at least 6 or more, when you click in here, you will have this option above that says essence swap. If you select it, you can transform your these kind of essences into general ones. So once I do that, I get 2 that can be used for anyone. And you can see here 652. Let's go for Salazar. So if I get this one and I transform it, I'll get to 653. Same you can do with this, but for Nero I haven't done this. So Nero, if you check, it's +5. So in order for me to get this trick next time, I have to use this one, right? So I have to pay 4, and the next time that I get 1 essence, I will be able to transform it into a normal essence for anyone. So what I did with this account, and I haven't done it in other because it's hard to get that many essences, is I am trying to get all heroes that are of A level to +6 at least.
Perfect.
Yes.
And by doing that, what you do is whenever you have an A level hero that gets an essence, you can just transform it into, well, these are mostly all these heroes, you can get the essence back. So you can transform 300 Dream Realm currency into yellow essence, and you don't have to ever buy this. This is just wasting your currency here. So just do this trick, and you will get more essence. Like, I mean, I bought most of these. It's not like I have transformed all these. I would be lying. But once I get, for instance, this guy Lorsan to +5, I will get 10 out of here because I'll just have to use the first 5. So you can then transform 10 and use it anywhere in your heroes. I think that's all I have for the resonating hall. Now, regarding the mystical house, I'll explain a little bit of what I was going to, what I wanted to know before starting the game. So let's go to that section now. In here, when you start, you have your mystic collection and you start getting buffs whenever you do actions. You want to try to get all your levels as soon as possible because this means that you will get some rewards and some stuff that will make your progress easier, right? If you don't have this soon, you will lose all these buffs that you can get from doing all these collections. In the Mithril emblem, people have asked me like what's like the best level to go to. I would say you don't have to go past 13 because this is the last level where you kind of get your instant AFK attempts in a not so expensive way, right? Because the next one, no, I think that's the last one. That's the 300 one. The one before that, it's at level 7. So at level 7 you get the 200 one. Once you get to here, everything you get after that, it's kind of not so useful, and you don't really need to go past that level. In the Emporium, um, people will get dolly tickets by recruiting heroes, and the best way to use them is just buy the ones that are discounted, which are these and these. Since I have so many, I just buy the full line above. I never buy anything from this section below. In the guild store, I always buy this envelope. Always buy this envelope. And if I don't have enough blue essence or title essence, I buy until I have 300. That's like what I do in all the accounts. After that, I buy these three every month with diamonds. And I would recommend you to use these heroes wisely. I could start going for paragons, but since there's another Hypogean coming out in the next few days, is Cryonia, I'll just save these to get her quickly because I kind of want to test her for AFK pushing and stuff. I think she will be way better than Twins, but let's see. In here, just go for the souls. Don't fall for these above. Using 48,000 for this one is just way too much. Just go for 4 heroes or whatever here. In the arena store, I would recommend you to get heroes until you have at least 13k saved here to buy all these when the month resets. After you have 13, you can start spending. Try not to spend on red, like Twilight Essence, red orbs. Just buy the regular orbs and save the rest. Like, you don't really need these heroes unless you are starting. In the Dream Realm, what I usually do is I get all these every day to get the 4 extras, and I get the heroes that I may need to Paragon or something. For instance, this Damien needs 4 away, so I'll just buy 4 and I'll go and make a new Paragon here.
Yet another stroke of genius.
After that, you have the friendship store. Like I mentioned, try to get all the bonuses here so you can get your discounted daily. I will explain just now how to use it. And in the Noble Tavern, what I would recommend is saving all the way to 10 in either currency you're spending, because it says that you will get at least an A level hero in here. Same here, you will get at least an A level. So if I did one by one, I wouldn't, but if I do one here, I may get an A level at least. So you see, I got 2 bunnies, which is nice. In here, it's the same. If you do 10, you get an A level, and you can change your wishlist here. Regarding wishlist, I'll just show what I am going for. You don't have to have it this way, but this is what I would like to get. I'm still going for Bonnie because I want to max her as soon as possible. So I need a lot of copies for the Paragon 3 one. In here, just go for the ones that you want. My suggestion, never go for A levels because it's kind of a waste. Like, you have more important things to go there than A levels. Now I don't remember what I was getting. I'll set that. I'll check later. It's fine. And in the Stargaze, you can select what hero you can go for. Like I mentioned, first go for Foresto, then probably Rainier, Talene. After Talene, I would suggest to go for either Harak or Scarlina, depending if you want to do PvP like in a stall way or aggressive way. And Harak is also good for clearing bosses. So you may go for Harak as the 4th, then Scarlina, probably then Dunlinger. Dunlinger is really good if you have at least a way to kill your opponent's Aaron, because he's a counter for Aaron, same as Lily May, but he's stronger. And after him, you can go for probably Twins, then Burial, and finally Diurnal. Diurnal is kind of the last hero you want to go for because he requires a lot of heroes in a high level, including Dawnlinger, to work. So you would waste a lot of time going that way. Rosy Cosmetics is new. I would say don't waste your money. Just get the ones that you get from the these things. How do you noble paths? So just buy this and get whatever you get from there. Next thing, in battle modes, I'll try to just explain what I do every day to complete my quests, and that's something I want to share with everyone because it's the fastest way to complete your quests, so you don't have to spend so much time. And this is for this quest, right? We're talking about these ones. So let's go there. So the quests that you have to do daily include all these. By the end of this little short, I'll explain how to complete them the fastest way. First, open your AFK pushing, click at least twice on your chest, claim at least once of your instant daily quests. After we have completed that, we go to Resonating Hall. We increase the levels of our heroes. If we have enough, we can do all of them. If not, just do it manually. Then go back to battle modes, select AFK stages, and start pushing. Like this you have to do every single time you have spare time. Just click start and click out to progress. Second, go into Dream Realm, collect your rewards from last day, and do one attack. The first attack of the day will take full time. The second you can skip, so I'll just skip this one. The third thing you have to do is go to your Duras trials. If you don't have them complete with your nightmare levels, do your nightmare levels until the last one you can, because this will add these rewards. And after you have done that, check what heroes you need. Like for instance, I just need Viperian here, and in here I need a lot of them. So I'll just go and sweep these ones. If you see, you can know which heroes you kind of need still. Sorry. And I'll just sweep these ones. You can see what rewards you can get. This is because I have the nightmare done. After this, you can do your arena. In this case, I think someone attacked me. We have a policy of not attacking guildies, so until here I can't attack anyone. So I'll just try to get the number 6, because pretty much the other ones won't get me any points. You can see my formation here. I'm using Dawnlinger because it's safer than using Lily May versus Aaron. And if you see, I just get 1 point per attack. So if I wanted to get all the points, like I can either wait for him to reach level 5 and then attack him, or just attack now. So I'll just do this one more so I can show you what you need to do is just attack at least once in arena. Then after you have completed this, you need to do Supreme Arena. So I'll just do a quick one. Let me remember who can I attack. I mean, I'm not even going to try to win this, so yeah, I know he has a Diurnal and Don't Linger, so in here they're trying to make you trade. So what I said, you can avoid that by going Mauler. Like, I'll try this. I mean, not even sure if it works, but here I can use the linger. You kind of need to remember that you only have to win 2 fights. So if you think that you can't win the 3 of them, just set your team to win 2. That should be enough. So I'll just put the linger here. And let's go for the penetration. Yeah, this one. And for these, I'm not sure if we can beat this one. So what can we try? These are paragons, so this is pretty much done. I'll just try
Check out my latest invention.
something funny here.
Orders.
I haven't used these guys, so
Understood. I'll keep them quiet.
I'm not sure who else to use.
We have today.
Lenia.
I was just
I mean, this is going to be fun because I'm not really thinking that we'll win. This is just to get the Supreme Arena completion bonus for today. And if this wins, this is going to be super weird, honestly. Yeah, I didn't expect this to win, but it's putting up a fight. And that kind of shows how strong this guy Callan is, because he tanked most of the team. That was fun to watch. And man, if this wins, I'll just be, yeah, speechless. Oh, there's no way this wins. Close. This one I am also not sure if it will win. Depends if Smokey can cast. I think he's now silenced. Now he's dead. And Shakir, if he can transform, no, it's done. So yeah, we'll list both. That's fine. And then the final one is supposed to be a winner team because that's like the strongest team that I have. You can see it pretty much cleared in 10 seconds. But yeah, this was not to try and win. This was just to try and get the Supreme Arena quest. And after that, if we go to quests, we have pretty much every daily quest done. I have not done the event, but if you check, I have claimed favor. For favor, all you have to do is go to friends and select in here. And it's pretty much everything. If you do this quickly, you can do it in less than 10 minutes, like maybe 8 to 7 minutes. So you can get all your bonuses for the day in 7 minutes. Now, this does not cover the guild quests. Guild quests require you to do more arena fights, recruit more than just one. In this case, we have to recruit more. During the week, you have the whole week, so this is fine. You have to complete proxy synergy and corrupt creature battles. Corrupt creature for at this time, I think there is no more, but you can do proxy and synergy. And log in daily, do one dream realm and complete 100 battles. 100 is easy if you do like manual pushing. I'll just clean my mail and claim this as well. So now, after this, we have completed 2 levels in automatic clearing. This is not really working lately. You have to do most of them manually, and I'll explain later how to do this. For now, I think I have cleared the sections. Now I'll explain a little bit about the guild. And I'll just do the little thing here because I have to. And I'll explain what a guild is and how you can contribute to your guild. So there are like a group of people in AFK called guilds. Each guild consists of up to 30 members, and those members are in this section. They acquire activeness points by completing tasks. If you have a guild and you have, like, let's say a minimum of 400 active points to get chests, if someone doesn't have 400 points, he's not going to get chests at the end of the week. Guild chests are earned by increasing the activeness of the guild. Like, for instance, someone with this activeness contributes with almost 80, and someone with 430 contributes with less than half. So you kind of want to have your guild to be active enough to get chests for everyone, because at the end of the week you are given rewards in the content of the guild that can be obtained from this chest that you earn. The rule that we have now is at least 400 activeness. You can reduce this to 200, which is the normal. I have it for 400 because this is a high tier guild, let's call it that way. And we are in activeness based instead of equal distribution to make it more fair for people. You can see the contribution ranking at any time. And also inside the guild you will have some other activities to perform. You can see the wall with people doing stuff, like every day this refreshes. The trophies that you have collected, the leader can change them. You have the battle drills here. Right now it's still on hold. In 8 dates is going to be available. This activity lets you get some rewards by doing these tiers. There's Clash Friends. It's going to be available in the future. Maybe I forgot the time, but it's in the next month. Um, and Guild Supremacy. This is an event that has been running for quite a while now. In here, you have to complete quests depending on which top you are. You are going to earn supremacy passes, and in here you can see how many people have done the quests. For instance, I can see here who can still attack, and I could ask them to attack so we can get 20 points. um, so the more people you have in your guild doing these kind of activities, the faster you can complete your rankings and the faster you can achieve a higher um, tier here. uh, we lost a lot of players, so this the contribution has decreased a lot, and the rewards that you get for being rank 1 to 10 are pretty much the same. So I'm not really worried if my guild is not top 1, because we're going to get exactly the same as top 1, but at least try to be in the top 10, right? So if you're not in the top 10, change your guild so you can at least get some better rewards, because these tokens, like the difference between 7,300, 3,500, it's huge. This will net you celestials and hypogeans in no time. And well, you can also brag by using this, right? Or whatever. um, these ones, on the other hand, are rewards that you are not going to get if you don't clear the level. So now we have 16 hours, so that's pretty much until the next reset to complete this. I'm going to try and help people push so we can get these rewards. And the last level that we have available is 26. I don't really care about hamsters, but I kind of wanted the essences, the twilight essences. Um, the first levels give you more stuff like guild points, so it's nice to clear them, because the more levels you clear, the easier you get your celestials and hypogeans. And I think finally the guild part is pretty much that. um, if you want to join a guild, you can select guild tab from here. It will open a list of guilds if you're not in one. And if you are in one of you and you want to know your current ranking, you can go to this section. This will show your district. Before, when you are not in a district, this will just show your server. But since now every single season has districts, you will be shared with this. um, I'm not really sure why this is happening. Like, Sofa Kings and Pizza Hut were supposed to be um, higher. I'm not sure how to say this. So our server is 602. It's kind of a newer server than the others. But if you see, we have our two ally servers in rank 2 and 3, which is great for us. And this server, Taco Bell, is still toe to toe with our second server in the allies. So each district has 4 servers, and each pair of servers is like a team. In my case, Team 442 and 602, which are the newest servers, are our team, and 324 and 166 are the other team, like the enemy team. I'm not sure why they paired us this way, because this server has been open almost 4 months more than us. This has been 3 months more, and this 2 months more. So we are the newest server, and we're still ranking high. So the server age does not really affect how strong it is. And our other server in here, it's this one. Another girl guild here is this one. They are still pushing. They're trying to climb on the ladder, but it's kind of hard because our server only has like 90 active players, so they had to take players from them to kind of get a better position. It's kind of not the best that we can have, but if you see after this, the next guild in our alliance is number 11, which is kind of falling down a lot. So, well, that's pretty much everything for the guilds. You can pick your chest every week here. You can check your members, and that's it for this section. I'll do something else with the part of the inventory. When you go into this section, you can see everything that you have acquired since the beginning of the game, and these hourglasses help you increase your level in the resonance. So be sure to open this. This is just for gold, but there's a blue one and a purple one. They help you with the resonance level. You will be given equipment reset tickets that can go from any level to 0 or only to 15, which are these ones. Also be sure to use them. What else? These, oh, I forgot to show you this. The items that you get to increase the affinity of heroes can get you prizes, and I have been saying this like a lot of times now. If you go here, you can see which prices can you get for each affinity that you increase. The first one is just diamonds at 100, then it's another 50 diamonds at 700, and the first important one is at 3000. Sorry, at 1300 you get your first envelope. 3000 you get more diamonds, and at 4500 you get another envelope, and all the way to 8000 you get your last envelope. After this you get nothing. And also some heroes, not all of them, just the ones after, I think it was after Lenia, when you increase affinity to 8000, you get a little version of the hero. I forgot what it is. If you go to fashion, you can see it in the head section. It's here, headwear. You can use like the little heroes instead of whatever you have, and these are for the newest heroes. They mentioned that they will make every hero available in this way after a while. For now it's just the ones that they already released. And well, it's a nice way to get your envelopes. In this case I just need to add 800, so if I add like 6 of them, no, yeah, 6 of them, and
wow, this is quite a find. Thanks.
I think it was 4000 or 4500, no, 4500. Okay, so I'll just add 2 more, and if you transform this you get your envelopes. So if you are short on heroes and everything, you can transform all these in other words, it can be trash. You can transform it into envelopes, and the way you should do it is go each of your heroes and increase it to the nearest level. Don't go all the way to 8000 because that's a waste. I have done those because I kind of didn't have any others at 4500, but try to do all your heroes to 4500 and get all your envelopes. In this case, just you can start adding those. The ones that have a heart give more, so it's faster to just get to the level that you desire.
Thank you.
And if you see here, I'll get some rewards. I think this concludes what I can show you of things that I wish I knew before starting the game. After this, I will just show you how you can do a manual push in AFK, which is something that they don't teach you or anything. You have to learn. And I'll just go here. 1 second because I have to. Okay, let's do this change. And you know, there are two type of levels. Talent trials, which are fights where you are going to use your talent tiles, sorry, versus the enemy, or the regular battle where you are not going to use any talents. If you go to battle, you are going to be faced against 5 heroes, and you can select 5 heroes. You are not going to use talent abilities. You are going to use the faction bonuses, which is who is better against who, right? In here, normally what you would do is you would select your formation and hit auto battle, right? But what I will show you is how you would do a manual battle. In this case, I'll just open this one. We know that our damage dealer is Smokey. It's kind of obvious because you are, every time you have Smokey, he's going to be the damage dealer. That's pretty much it. You can go to check the replay, and you see that they cast at second 88, and they made them uniting here. You can keep seeing the battle, and you can check if the ult lingers or if it's used just when it's ready. For instance, they left this one a little bit more, and then they used the Aaron ult. So by second 60 something, they had everyone here for Smokey to kill. If you let this run as an auto, all heroes may be pushed to the corner, so Smokey's ult is not going to kill them. So what you want to try in these kind of scenarios is, if you see, for instance, that if you run this in automatic way, you will see that they are going to perform some actions, and those actions may not be the right ones. Either your heroes may die, or the positioning of the enemies is not the correct one. Like, just check, just now Aaron died. So this level is pretty much not going to be cleared unless they like willingly position themselves inside here, which is not going to happen. So this is why we have to do this level manually. The first thing we have to do is turn off these options and restart the level. Once we start, remember that the first cast was at second 88, so we wait and then we cast. After this, I noticed that they only used Aaron as a, well, Aaron and Ulmus as a manual cast, so I can leave everyone else casting automatically. And I can remember that Ulmus stored the second cast, so I can use this one now. And when I get the next Aaron cast, I will have to wait a little bit until Ulmus is ready in order to release his ultimate. This is according to the video we saw. Like, I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to wait a few seconds more. And now that it's used, I can stop them. I think I made a little mistake there. We can try to solve because it's still not second 60. We need to get everyone into that ult. After this, you can either auto all ults, because this one is going to die, or you can still do it manually. The only difference is if you do it manually, you can modify the position yourself. You could have waited there to get the hero moved to some other section, because he was not affected when he was rolling. And I think this level he may just survive because I don't have enough damage to kill him. So it was a mistake, I think. When he was left outside, he didn't die during the ult of Smokey. I'll do it again. So first, remember, turn off those. Start, wait 2 second 88, and then cast. After this, you can turn on the other autos. I think I will also do the raw one because he's kind of behind and I want him to give the buff to everyone. I'll do it over almost this time. Now here, because I want everyone to get, I mean, if he dies, that's fine. Yeah, I forgot to turn it off, but it's fine because it's inside the ring now. And we're getting close to second 60, sorry. So as long as Smokey doesn't die, we're going to go through the blue aura. Yeah, I knew it. And I forgot to turn this off, sorry. 1, 2. Yeah, and I'll turn these 3 off. There. I need to wait a little bit to cast this one. I think it's there. Just stop that one. Okay, now that he has stopped casting, I can pull him in. They are all inside. Yeah, now this time it worked. So the only difference is if you let them auto, sometimes when he stands up, if you don't have a spell, he will just go immune and start rolling. And if he rolls, he will just heal himself. That was one of the options that you have. Sometimes the teams that you are presented with are not Smokey teams. In this case, pretty much everyone is going to be a Smokey team. The difference now is that this one doesn't have an Aaron, so you can just let it roll. And this may mean that all the heroes are going to be inside the ratio of Smokey. The only problem is that he's dying super quickly, if you saw there. So let's check the video to see what the difference is. I think this is a manual level, but I'm not sure what is manual here. So Rainier died there. So the difference with us is that Granny died for us, and in here she's tanking a lot. Second thing we have to do is compare the levels and charms of the heroes. So we go here. She has 2 upgraded charms and a regular one, and pretty much everyone has orange ones. And our Granny, if you see, has only purple ones, same as Entandra. So even if I try again, you will see Granny will die because the difference between the charms it's really big. So what I have to do is give her charms that are up to that level. Let me look for Granny here, and she had
Another beautiful day.
2, and the other thing she had was a refined charm. I'm not sure if I need a refined charm. For now, I'll just leave it like that, but I also give to Antandra, because if you remember, Antandra also had purple ones.
Let's spar and see who's the better warrior.
So let's just avoid that mistake first. If we go back and try, it should work now, unless the refined charm is also a problem. So let's try. I'll just speed this because this is an automatic level just with enough charms. If you see now, Granny didn't die. Granny is casting. Rainier will die as in the other video maybe, unless my Rainier is stronger, which I am not sure. At second 60, yeah, the cast goes. Rainier is still alive, everyone's dying. So if you see, the difference here was the charms. Once you have the charms correct, you can clear the level. You didn't have to do anything manually because it was just a charm difference. And let me see if there's another scenario which I can find. This one is a manual level, same. And there is an automatic level with Rainier. Let's try this one. It should be cleared like that. I think everyone has like orange charms, so let's try. Remember that Smokey casts the blue smoke in second 60 unless he is interrupted. Still 10 more seconds. The only thing that we need now is that that creep that's on the back comes near us, because if not, we're not going to clear the level. I'm not sure why they are leaving. Okay, it's coming back. And now there's just Cassidy. Cassidy is not that strong, so I hope we can clear it. Oh my god, I think Rainier should be manually used here to avoid that waste of time there. Yeah, I think Rainier is manually used in this one. Yeah, there's no way this works like that. So if we check the replay, I'm almost certain that Rainier is not using the ult on Cassidy. Let's check. Oh my god, they lost Forest to Rainier. Yeah, they pretty much lost everyone and they just walked into the blue ring. That explains it. If we do it manually, I'll just turn off Rainier's ult, and that's it. Because Rainier's ult, what it does is he hides himself another enemy for like 10 seconds. So that's going to negate the damage from the blue ring of Smokey. And another problem I'm seeing here is that Cassidy is outside, so she's never affected by the blue ring. So it's kind of, this formation is not going to work for me due to the difference of heroes that were alive, which is kind of stupid, right? I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. So what I can do, since I don't think I need those, is add a random hero here to do the job, like
Time for work again.
maybe this guy. And I'll just shot Cask, which is the one that's never dying. I mean, I can't clear these because they are almost dead. But Cass is not dying still. I'll try Cass now. But yeah, this is not working as well. Now first to die, no, didn't work. So this formation may not be working for us. I'm trying to think who else can pull them in. Maybe you do have to change that guy's in because he's being powered by Cass, and I see in the other formations that they are also using something. No, I don't think so. I'll just try this one to show again how Rainier works. Let's do it manually. Rowan died. Rowan is not so important. The twins are important though. I don't think this will work. Yeah. So, how are they doing this one? We're using this. Let's watch. So they cast on these 4. And then on these 3. They are ignoring this one. And he casted much earlier because of twins. And now he's fooling everyone. Okay. But the blue aura lasted 2 times. This is weird. And I think they just kept doing damage during the full video. But okay, I'll just complete this later. This will be enough for show how to clear levels. I have still to keep pushing. Uh, my recommendation also is for you to just use these options after you have at least achieved the limit of the day, so you don't have to lose some points here. Oh my god. Run out of battery in those. And let's just increase these.
Don't worry.
And I'll just set my defense for Supreme. Well, I can do it outside of this one because they all know the positioning. I'll do Arcane Labyrinth now, I think. And with that, I'll close the video. So let's do a quick one. Arcane Labyrinth is an event that you can repeat several times a day, and it will give you different rewards. So I'll start. I had already started one, but I'll start one just to show how it goes. First things first, once you open these, you will be presented with increasing difficulties. Each time you clear one, you will be given some envelopes, brown ones. And once you reach the final one, you can repeat this endlessly. The rankings here depend on who clears the 20th floor more times, and this requires a comp that can be acquired easily. You can do this an amount of times you want, so let's try this. First, you will choose heroes that you will enter your labyrinth with. I'll just choose manually to show you what you may want to run. First, to clear the level, Aaron is the best option. So let's say you go Aaron, the typical combo, which is Aaron, Olmus, Damien. Then you can go Bonnie and Arden, for instance. If you don't have Bonnie, you can go Arden and Lily May. I'll use Bonnie. You can also use healers because you will need healers for the last part. So I'll just going to add those three and Rowan. Since now we have a new hero which is awesome for this, I'll just add him, which is Colin. I think he's going to be a nice option, and I'm not sure why these have this thing here. I think they will be increased the level because they are not at least Supreme Plus, so yeah. Who else would need? We need like Thoran because we need a tank for the last levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since I usually don't use Arden, I'll just remove him. And I'm not sure if I want to use this guy. But yeah, I think this would be the team that I'll run. I mean, you can choose something different. It's just a demonstration for now. Once you cleared it once, it will give you that advice. You can just go through. once you open the labyrinth, you will be presented with options. Each option will be either a rune to be added here to the relic, sorry, or items. In this case, a crystal gate is nice because you will get twice the amount of crystals that you will be using later. In here, normally I would use Damien, but since Damien sometimes don't heal enough, I'll change it for Ludovic. And let's put Lady May. In here, you can use any artifact that you have from the season, and you have to pay attention to here. You are not going to have faction tiles, you're going to have faction strategies, and sometimes the faction weaknesses and bonuses are important. For now, it's not really important, so I'll just start pushing. I'll multiply this because I don't want to make a long video. After your first clear, you are going to be given your prize and presented with two options. Since the relics we want is not Swiftblade, we want 4 specific ones, and I'm going to show them when they appear. I'll just go for another crystal gate. Having crystals in this mode is really important, so whenever you are presented with a crystal gate, just take it. Unless it's like a powerful enemy, then the powerful enemy is better in the relics that we need. Second one cleared. We have already 200. This is the first one we want. Sanctuary relic for vitality. So I'll choose it. Let's see, it gave us 15. Second one that we may want, it's potential. This is one of the options that we want for the secondary ones. The other is a red one, Garth, which is a blue one, and probably a green one. I really don't like the green they go for. I go for this one instead. In here, normally I would suggest you go for the potential relic, but since we have a lot of crystals, and the next level is going to give us a random relic, which is the boss one, I will try to force one of those relics into something that Fizz is selling. Like I mentioned, these 2 relics are the ones that you can go for, potential and warmed, and the other is Garth. The final one is a red one that I forgot, it's to increase percentage health. So I don't think this is going to be the best run, so I'll just buy these ones and go for the boss. I'm hoping the boss is going to give me one of those 3 instead of a random one. Let's see. At this point, we got Swiftblade. I would recommend you to restart if you didn't get the 4 relics that you need, because at this point you have not wasted maybe more than 5 minutes, but if you keep going, you're not going to recover from this. So what I will do now is just restart to show you which relics you will need. And I'll just do it quicker next time. So let's go. Item, that's not something we need, we restart. Not something we need, we restart. Remember, since you don't lose any points by restarting, it's better to just restart. Okay, this is the other one we need, Fortitude, so let's go. And this formation is kind of the fastest to clear a level, so. Okay, second. I know this one we want, but I told you to go always for crystals, so let's go for crystals. This is like a coin toss because if the boss gives you something you need, instead of you could have gone for the potential one, you may have to restart. But also, if you end up getting the rune that you need, you will get more crystals. So since this is early in the levels, you can just go for crystals and go for it. Now, we don't need speed recovery. We may use a potion, so just go for the potion. I mean, it's a waste. You can restart if you want. I'll just go for it because this is going to be a long video if I don't. And this is our final pick. It's either the store or a run. It's always that, the store or something. So I'll pick something. If you see, we just have one run. Not the best, but out of this, if we get either yellow, Garth, potential, or warmth, I'll keep them. If not, I'll restart. And we got... Oh, sorry, it's just this one. Guard, perfect. Guard is one of the ones we want. In here, you're presented three options. The blue option we want, it's called Rebound Shield. It's not here, so we can use 25 crystals to change them. And now we are presented with three. So the option here is always go for the higher level ones. And since we want shields, I'll use this one because this may give us shields later. This one is also nice, but since we are going to swap them for something later, it doesn't really matter. Here we are totally screwed. We don't need any of these. So, I mean, I'll just reset because this is not working. I just showed you, you need these two plus the yellow one and either potential or warmth. Those are the fours that you need, okay? Let's keep trying. Potential is okay, it's one of the ones we want. Perfect, fortitude. I'll just pick this to avoid not getting the 4. I know I said the other one. If you have time, just go for the crystal. It's better in the long run. Okay, here we're presented with the third one. It's perfect because we are almost at the boss and we already have 3. And finally, we're going to go here. If he sells the yellow one, no, not this one, the other yellow, I would get it. Now, usually I get this one because this doubles, well, it gives you 20% more than what you have, but if we buy it, it will give us 20% of 5, so that's nothing, and we will take a lot of time to just regain 75, so I'll just go onwards and hope that he gives us one of these 3 or the yellow one we want, but if not, I think I'll just go forward. At this point I have the 3 that I want. Perfect, it gave us 2 potential. We don't have a rebound shield, so we're going to go for another one. And again, no rebound shield, so that's fine. I'm going to go for this one. Since we're going to use Iran, this is going to be most of the time, right? Now this is not the one we want. This is the I forgot the name, Vitality I think or something, because this is Fortitude. So I'll just go for the potion. Normally you don't go for potions because you are not supposed to let your heroes die, but well, whatever. Okay, we'll go for this one. By level 9 you pretty much need to have your 4 runes, so we have 2 more. Here I'll just go for this one. It's not something we need, but if you see it says enemy heroes under control effects receive extra damage, right? And since we have Aaron, this will work pretty much nice. But we're going to change that later. Perfect, this is Sanctuary, this is the last one we need. And after this, we are just going to go for crystals. Or powerful enemies. I'll go for Corroding Storm. Because I can trade this later for something better. This map changed, so let's just move our heroes. And just in case. Okay, I'll pick this one because we can change it later for something we need. I don't really need this one. I'll explain what we are looking for. Always go for powerful enemies because this gives you twice the relics. So this will give you another rune option. If you see these ones, or crests, sorry, these crests are of different colors or different tiers. We're going to need one cold rebound shield, which is blue, then 2 or 3 here, which is verdict shield, health shield, and chained shield. So verdict and chained are purple, and health shield is a red one. So let's continue. Oh, I forgot to change the positioning, but in here it's not so important. Okay, we have cost of corruption. I'll choose this one because we can change it later. If not, I could start using crystals, but since I don't have that much, I'm saving them for last. This is going to be a tough one because we have pretty much no crystals. Remember the other ones we did? We had like 200 or 300 by 3rd level. So that's going to be a really different scenario for us. Oh, I forgot to change the snowman. Just in case. I mean, that's fine, but Okay, here I didn't get anything good, so I will just use one to try to get the rebound shield. Here it is, right? So this is the easiest one to get because it's blue and it's like the core of your comp. In here, I'll go, I'm not sure. I'll go for Fortitude to try to make it higher tier. The higher the tier, the better the relics that you get. So keep that in mind for like future. I think that one is fine. Finally, you never choose this one in here. This is the level 14. After 13, you will use the gems you have to try to get the crest that you need. So first of all, we're going to trade I think this one. This is the least important. And we're looking for verdict shield, health shield, or chained shield. So these are not useful. But remember that I told you that we need shields, so this one is useful. Now let's trade logistics champion. No useful one. Let's trade corroding storm. No, so that's what I am trying to use the red ones because they give us at least purple, and we're looking for purple, so we may not be able to get the combo this time. We have just two more. No, and the final one. Double cast, no. So we didn't get the combo, we just got one part. This is not going to work this time, but let's see if we get them with luck just by defeating the enemies. After here, you're starting to get like a different composition. You no longer need Aaron because this is just a boss. So you can start changing your comp here. I would recommend something like this because this will protect your heroes, and another damage dealer or a tank. So maybe something like this. This will give us 2 runs. Let's see where. Sanctuary, perfect. We got Fervent Protection and Swift Healing. This one is fine because it's more shield. We still need Verdict and Chained, but let's try. I mean, we have one option here still. Again, we can change the formation because now we're against enemies. And I would recommend changing also your artifact and everything to try to get more safe kills. Remember that you can't replay a level if you don't win unless it's the last level. We got one here, so no luck. This is level 17. Levels change, they are not always the same. In this case, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to kill them. Let's see. So I know Bunny pretty much kills anything, so and potential, okay, no luck. One more. Pretty much anything that we get is going to give us a crest. So let's see what we get now. This is going to be harder because they have Thorn. So let's see what happens. Yeah, three of us died just like that. So I am going to change this. Let's see. Oh, I forgot that I can't use Aaron if I use this guy. My god. Let's try. Please don't die. Okay, this dude is insane, but yeah, we lost two, so I don't want to lose them. What can I do? Maybe giving them shields? No, so the problem is that they cast there. I can try this, but I'm not sure if this is going to work, honestly. And this. I know, for some reason they still kill us that easily. I'll try this one. Let's try to kill them quicker. We already died. What did I do wrong then? No, why are we dying so quickly? Oh, I think it's this. Yeah, so almost was protecting. Yeah. If you fail, just click try again. Don't click anything else. That didn't work. Let's try with this one. Nope. I kind of remember that worked last time. I'm not sure why it's not working now. So let's say no. But why is not working? Okay, I have an idea. If I change this guy for this, I have less people to die there. Yeah, but it's not working. idea why is this happening. Okay, let me go in slow motion. Okay, who is killing us? What? Was it like meteors? So I don't need this guy. Yeah, it was meteors. But then why is she dying after the cast? Like critical HP, haste, magical defense. I'll try this. No, but why is she dying after all the meteors are already sent? That makes no sense. Okay, this is working better, but still there's one alive. No, I lost all of them. Like this, maybe? So I'm going with no healer, that's also something. Iron died, I can resurrect him. Just those two, please don't die. No, 4 seconds, not possible. So I think we need some other comp here to beat this because we didn't get the... Yeah, she's doing all the damage. We didn't get the relics, so this is not helping us at all. Now, if I change this and I get Ludovic, so the only thing is I don't think I will be able to kill let's try this crazy thing. Maybe they get inside the blue area. Aaron died. Yeah, so the problem is Thorin. So I can't kill Thorin if I Don't add a healer. Now Colin died. Aaron will die next. Yep. Now everyone will die. Yeah, no, so I think this is it. After this, you would get another rune here, and you need rebound shield, verdict, chain, and health. Those are the 4 runes that you need. If you don't get at least 3 of them, there's no way you can beat any level after, like, after 15. It's getting hard. For this one, I think you can use Carlita because she can deal with Torrent. So if you were to change your comp, you would need 1 to kill heroes. I forgot that. Like, instead of this guy, because this guy completely disables Aaron, just go for Odie, and Odie can kill Thorin or Scarlita. I think those would be nice choices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 healers. Yeah, that would be better. So I think that's it for this video. It's been a long time now, and if you need anything, just please let me know. So the only thing that I have left is the Supreme Arena defense. I know my defense right now it's trash, so I may just lose to whoever attacks me because I haven't changed it. I'll just try something weird here. So this one says that it increases all units base HP by 150%. Then in here you have 2. This one is pretty much telling you to nuke them. But I'm kind of wondering how would it work. Like, if you place this guy here, he will protect 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So these 4 will be protected. Then you may, this is just completely stupid. If I use Scarlita, she's not going to get protected because she's not there. So I'll go for him and her. After that, what can you get there? Like a healer or more damage? So I'm guessing these ones, what do they give? 20 extra life drain. I'm not sure how quickly he dies if he's just there. I'll just make this fun for me because I'm not even sure if this works. These guys, she will jump here, so I will need a Scarlita to protect her. And also I need a final Graveborn. So I don't want to go Ludovic. I'll go Igor, I think. And they can use heal. I'm not sure. Let them use defense penetration. I remember there were two that gave defense penetration. Oh, let's use this one. It's more attack, defense penetration, and yeah, this one may kill anyone. I hope. Then in here, I'll just go for the old one. Who can I place there? Resto, it's not going to work. $150 more HP. Tallinn is awesome here because it's more HP. Then I kind of need. Yeah, I'll try something stupid here. Something like this. No, but yeah, it's cool because she's going to cast. They'll start having haste, and at some point they are all going to cast. So I think that's fine. Like this, maybe. And they're ranged. Oh, she's ranged, right? Yeah. Ranged. Okay, so yeah, those work. And in here, what can we use? Something fun. Iron. So I'm not okay, wait. I'm not using my paragons. No, he's going to die there. Yeah, she can kill someone. Not sure if I should use Damien. Because almost here is super weak. And a Damien. I could be like this. Whatever. Yeah, it's just for fun. I'll set the original defenses later because everyone is going to watch this anyway. So I think that's it already for the video, and now I'll just end it. Let's see you next video.